Now, Bloomberg has learned that ARM is cancelling a license that allowed Qualcomm to use its IP to design chips, escalating a legal dispute that threatens to disrupt the smartphone and PC markets globally as well, if it comes to that. The move ratchets up a legal fight that began when ARM sued Qualcomm for breach of contract and trademark infringement back in 2022. Let's bring in Bloomberg Intelligence litigation analyst then, Tamlin Basin, for the details on it. How did we get to this point, Tamlin?
Yeah, well, Tom, we got to this point back when Qualcomm decided to acquire Nuvia. This was back in 2021. Now, Nuvia had a license from ARM that allowed it to customize its architecture. It was trying to get into the chip market for PCs and servers. Qualcomm purchased Nuvia, and after that, ARM said, well, we don't like you using the terms of this license that we granted Nuvia. You can assume that that was at a lower rate than it charges to Qualcomm, its biggest customer. It tried to terminate the Nuvia license, and then it additionally sued Qualcomm for breaches license, saying even the chips that were designed on that Nuvia license, you can't use to continue building chips. So that's why we had the lawsuit in 2022. And as you said, this is an escalation. This is kind of the escalation of all escalations. This does really threaten to roil the entire chips industry. We still believe that this probably leads to a settlement. There is a trial upcoming later this year between these two parties.
Okay, the escalation of all escalations. So someone's got to blink.
Someone's going to blink, absolutely. And right now, we see the move that was reported by Bloomberg as really a move by ARM trying to gain leverage in advance of this trial. Now, these parties, they filed motions for summary judgment. We're still waiting on those to come out. But really, we see this as them trying to gain leverage in advance of that trial.
It's a reminder as well of the complexities when it comes to the semiconductor industry and disputes over intellectual property, and this goes back decades, doesn't it? I mean, ARM saying that they need to destroy some of their earlier designs, it seems, for Qualcomm. Just in terms of the broader market impact then, so outline for us how this plays out in terms of legal terms in the next, say, 60 to 90 days, and then maybe the broader market impact if it isn't resolved.
Sure. So I think this will play out is if the reporting is correct. What's going to happen is most likely Qualcomm's going to file some legal notice saying that actually no, most likely our contract terms are not going to allow you just to withdraw the license. Now, this is unfortunately going to be litigated all in terms that are probably not going to be disclosed on the court docket. So a lot of this is going to be negotiations playing out sort of behind screens and redacted filings. But what's going to happen is there's going to be a fight within the legal fight over whether ARM is going to be allowed to withdraw this license. This is all continuing to lead up to this December 16th beginning of the trial date. Now, in terms of the broader impact, this of course doesn't just impact Qualcomm. This impacts all of Qualcomm's customers. So this does have potentially profound ramifications for the entire chips industry.
Okay, really smart analysis, Tamlin. Thank you very much indeed. Tamlin Basin from Bloomberg Intelligence litigation analyst on the details around this continuing dispute, this escalated, as he was describing. We'll count down to that court trial then and the case set for December the 16th.